You feel nervous and anxious in social situations, and are you afraid you're gonna have to live with this for the rest of your life? Then this video is for you, because in it I'll share the revelation that I had that helped me overcome my social anxiety completely. Hey, my name is Sebastian van der Schrier and I am a social confidence coach for the past 14 years, and my social anxiety was really bad. When it was at its worst, I would feel my heart racing in social situations. I couldn't make eye contact. I couldn't even make eye contact with my sunshades on. This was eye contact practice that I did. Driving on my pedal bike, I'm from the Netherlands, in opposite directions of traffic, and traffic would be incoming, and I was scared to make eye contact. For some reason, I just couldn't do it. It would make me cringe. Other things that would make me cringe is like I would try to say hi to someone with a little nod. If that person then did not reply to me, that would send me, a feeling of rejection throughout my body all the way up into my throat. If I became the center of attention, I would blush. If there was talk about attractiveness, I would blush. If there was an attractive woman in the room, I would freeze. I could not even look at her. This was getting worse and worse and worse. When the weekend would come along, I'd be scared that I would get invited to things. This became just a problem that was obsessing, that I was obsessing about. I would wake up thinking about it. Who am I gonna run in today? How's that gonna go? And oh, this person that thinks about me in this particular way. What if I run into that person and that person is with this other guy? Like constantly obsessing about it. And so this was a real big problem. But I didn't know that it was called social anxiety. I just knew that I had all of these fears and worries, and that my heart was starting to race, and I was feeling all these things going on. I had no idea what was actually going on. Now, at one point, this is when I'm 17 or something, I'm working at the police, just as a customer care representative. And I'm on the computer quite a lot, and I get to some kind of a website, and the website has an online test. And the online test asks me questions like, hey, how satisfied are you with your dating life? And it was like, it's great, could be better, or what dating life? And the reality was like, what dating life, right? I would freeze the moment a girl I was attracted to would enter the room. So there was no possibility of anything developing because I was just too anxious for that. But still, I chose option B, because I'm like, what if someone somehow finds out that I really chose C, that my dating life is non-existent? I need to be this cool guy. I need to, right? And that, however, led me to a sales page. And that sales page was like, when an attractive woman enters the room, do you freeze up? I'm like, yes. When a woman looks at you, do you find it difficult making or holding eye contact? I'm like, yes. Do you feel needy and desperate for attractive women's attention? Yes. And like in my head, I was like, yes, she is. And the guy kept describing exactly how I felt. I'm like, oh my God, this guy knows me. And then at the end, it was like, well, if this sounds like you should check out my dating ebook. In it, I'll reveal how to talk to women and how to use techniques in order to feel confident doing so. So boom, instantly bought it. The first thing I ever bought online. I read it and it was fascinating. Like a world opened up to me. In hindsight, lots of unhealthy things in there that weren't good for my psychology at all, but that's a different story. At least I was intrigued about what I was reading, and at the end of the book were some NLP techniques. Some techniques where I could anchor a positive feeling to my wrist or to my ear level, and I could then hold, and by the way, this is not it, I could then hold that particular spot whenever I'd feel anxious, and that confident feeling that I had anchored to my ear level would fire off. Well, that didn't work at all for me, but at least I was intrigued, because it gave me the idea, okay, there are things that I can do in order to actually feel confident in that situation. And in this ebook, he might reveal only a little bit, because he hinted that he had another program, which I then instantly bought on credit card because I didn't have the money for it. But anyway, in that video program, he interviewed people, he shared mindsets, techniques on how to talk to women, but all of that was interesting, but what gave me a revelation was he at some point said, well, these techniques are all great, but they're all actually just training wheels. Because when you get your inner game together, you are confident around women and you can say anything and you're just an attractive person. So he hammered on the fact that you could get your inner game together. You have your outer game, which is what you said and how you say it and that kind of stuff, techniques and tricks and strategies and that kind of stuff. And then there's your inner game, which is your inner psychology. Well, what that meant to me, how I interpreted that, was that my psychology in the moment is causing me to feel anxious. And when I alter my psychology, I can become confident. Well, that was really inspiring to me, and it set me on a path to become confident no matter what it takes. And I was really dedicated to it. I even tattooed a little cross on my hand to remind me, okay, keep going until you have this. This is an essential thing. And so that's exactly what I did. So what did I do? Well, he recommended to do affirmations, visualizations, journaling, and to start facing your fears. Now, that's actually what I started doing. And well, what kind of results did that give me? And how did I go about things? And was that the thing that helped me get my inner game together? You'll find out in the next video. But until you get there, I just want to let you know that it is possible to overcome your social anxiety completely. I've done it, lots of my clients have, and if that's hard to believe, here are some quick video testimonials.
I'm less worried, or sometimes I'm on my way to something and I'm not nervous. And that's a huge change. Like, that's a massive improvement, because I was nervous every time I went to some place that had any social setting. And now I can go to places and I'm on my way there and like, oh, I noticed that I'm not nervous about this at all. And it's just a huge relief.
Nice.
And I also catch myself, you know, saying things and doing things spontaneously without being super self-conscious.
Good.
It's a relief, and it makes me able to live more and be me. So I have more energy and I just feel happier.
I feel more acceptance of myself as a person, as a personality, and I just feel more compassionate towards myself. I feel more at ease with myself, feel more comfortable.
It almost feels as if like it's something from the past. I feel like I'm a lot more happy with myself, and I'm like a lot more at ease with myself.
There can go days and weeks without I'm anxious now.
I'm kind of just okay with being whatever I am. Like I don't always talk to people, and like I just don't really feel that much anxiety, you know. I just kind of go and do my thing. I do what I like.
I don't even think social anxiety anymore. The last Christmas, I hosted Christmas for 18 people. Yeah, so I did it myself. I didn't hide behind anyone. 2 years ago, I couldn't even go out into the lounge to be with in Christmas. I don't avoid people. I don't avoid conversations. And I also really enjoy being around people.
I'm actually enjoying being in groups for the first time in forever.
Now, if you found that inspiring, check out one of these longer video testimonials that you just saw clips of. Talk to you soon.